Hello friends, I'm going to show you how I roadmap each month. So this has been something that has really been a game changer for me. If you have goals here, which I think all of us do, this is going to be one of the best ways to help you get there. Because if you don't know where you're going, or if you don't know how to get there, then you're probably not going to get there. Or if you do, it's going to be just pure luck. And we don't run on luck here. So the first thing I do is I write down all my subscriptions that are scheduled to run for the month. And so the easiest way to do that is when you go to your back office, you can, let me turn it this way, my handy dandy iPad on one. You can come, I usually fix this so that I don't see all these columns, but you can come over here to subscription run, and you can click the ascending and descending order to pull them up. And so I pulled them up based on, like, these are all the people that don't have a subscription, which is really sad. But anyways, I usually have to go to my second page to find any subscriptions. However, when you get there, I have them in order for me so that I can see, okay, this is the next one. Like when I did it on the first, it had them scheduled first, second, third. So now, because we're on the 7th, my next subscription doesn't run until the 9th. I write them out by date so that I know exactly what's coming. It also helps with a follow-up system, or when you're reaching out, hey, your subscription's going to run. This is another way to kind of help keep me on track. So I separate them by level 1, level 2s, and level 3s. And so my level 1s, I write down, I'm going to show you this. Y'all don't judge me. I write down the date, their name, and how many points I'm going to get from that sub. So these that are highlighted have already run for me. So like this girl, her subscription was not supposed to run, but she went ahead and placed an order, which is great. So I went ahead and highlighted her. This one right here is marked out because she canceled hers. That's going to happen, and that's okay. So I marked it out, and then I'll make an adjustment. So what I do is I write down all those subscriptions, I add up all of those points, and then you get your total. So my total was 213, which means based off the subscriptions that are set to run, I should get about 213 points this month. Now, that's give or take. You're going to add some. Somebody may turn theirs on. Somebody may increase their order of protein to an order of protein and slim. Or you may have somebody cancel, or their credit card declines, or whatever it may be. So it's just an estimate. Then on the other side, I write down my people and their goals. So when I made this, I originally, I went low just because I didn't want to go high and my girls be like, Lauren, I'm not ready for that. So I have one girl who, she went silver last month. I wrote her down for senior silver. If she goes gold this month, that is fantastic. But I wrote down senior silver, and I should get about 40 points from that. Keep in mind that you as a level 1 you're getting 6 points from your level 1s, but anybody that's level 2 or 3 or 4, you're only getting 5 points from those combos. So that's why for my girl, she will have a total of 50 points, but I'm not going to get the same amount. So I just averaged 40. Then I wrote down 2 of my girls to go gold. One of them may go senior gold, and I'm here for that. But when I first wrote this down, I didn't know how in she wanted to be. So I wrote down both of their points for that. I have several people, and this is kind of lofty for me, but I have several people that told me they were open to sharing. So I wrote them down as silvers because I feel like if they're giving me the green light, then I'm going to push them to get 3 people. So I added up all of those points and my subscription points. And then what I did down here is I had a total of 414 points, which means I still needed 86 points. That's going to average out to about 15 orders. Now, I divide that by 5. I did the 86 by 5 because that takes some pressure off of me. Those 15 orders don't have to come from just me. However, if you notice, I didn't do any new VIPs for myself. And I fully intend on having at least 6 so I can get my luggage and my jacket for convention. And so if I have 6 orders right there, then I only need 7 more. So I have to write that down. One of the other things I do towards the end of the month, I'm really big on this. I take anytime I check in. So this is something I look at least every other day. I try to look at it every day. And I highlight my people who have scheduled to run. I check and make sure everybody's still got their stuff up and running. If anybody signs anybody new, this is where my sticky note comes in. So all I do is I write down the date. So today would be 4/7. I would write down how many points I have total. So I have 45 right now. So I do that. And then I figure out how many points are left based off, or how many points are still needed. So I add up everything that's still left to run. I check where my girls are. I do the same thing. And then I replace my 15 orders needed to whatever order it is. And that's a way, so I don't have to keep changing all of this. I just cover up this last little bit. This is something I do, works for me. It makes more sense towards the end of the month because you kind of narrow down where you're at, especially on the 28th. So by the 28th, all subscriptions have run. So that means on the 29th and the 30th, I'm gonna know exactly what's left to make. So I cover that up and I'll just go from there. And I know exactly how many are needed for the month. So last month I did my girls' stuff for them because it was their first month. I was like, let me show you how to roadmap. Y'all, it can be as simple as this right here. You need, this is a number bond. So if you're a teacher, you know. Let's say you have, I'm just going to say 40 points in subscriptions set to run. I know this is backwards and I'm sorry, but you need 100. So that means you need 60 to get to 100, right? Okay, so here's 60. What I would do, and this is what I did for my girls last month, how many new VIPs are you going to bring in? So I'm going to use Cheyenne for an example. Cheyenne has Ainsley. Ainsley is going for 50. So she's going to get about 40 points of that, which means she only needs 20 points for herself, which is about 4 new VIPs. So I'm going to show y'all so this makes a little more sense. So she already has, let's just say 40 points for subscription. So she needs 60 more to get to gold. Around 40 is going to come from her brand ambassador, Ainsley. And so she only needs 20. If you divide that by 5, now keep in mind hers may be 6 if she signs them as a level 1. She only needs about 4 new VIPs. It can be as simple as this. It doesn't have to be this long drag out thing. But for me, when you have a bigger goal, the more detailed you can be, the better. But something just like this, you can do this every day. And towards the end of the month, I do something like this every day so I know where I'm at and where I need to be. I will gladly send you a picture of this. It's just kind of chicken scratch unless you know like what I'm talking about. But if I could give you any advice with your roadmaps, look at them every day or at least every other day. Because if you can make this grand plan and if you don't go back and look at it, it's not doing you any good. It's like plugging in your GPS and then turning the sound off. It's not going to do you any good if you don't look back at it because changes are going to need to be made and pivots are going to have to happen. So if you have any questions, feel free to hit me up. I know this is long, but this can be so life-changing and important for your business.